stuff. It's snowy. It's snowy. Just kidding. You know, some people actually got in my comments talking about that's not snow, that's frost. Of course I know that's frost. But this is my fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in here telling me what I already know. But you always have those people that love to come in the comments and try to start saying stuff. Look at that. It's frozen. It's frozen. Even right here. See, look on the railing of the deck. And look over there. The birds are playing, though. They don't care. All that is like ice. All that stuff you see that looks white, all over there, it's icy. Icy, icy. It is cold. The birds are still out there. Look at them down on the ground trying to eat off the thing, the red cardinal. The early bird gets the worm. I moved the bird feeder. I think it's going to be better there because it's a bigger branch where they can actually perch and eat and wait. Because some of the birds are just straight mean. Look at the woodpecker. The woodpecker's a trip. Look at it with his red head. That woodpecker gets on the bird feeder and they really have a very dominating deal going on when they get over there. I need to change that water for that bird right here. But anyway, happy Saturday, the motivational minister. What's good? What's good on these cold mornings? It's icy, icy. And the birds already fighting for the food. I put it out there late last night. Because you know birds stop eating at a certain time. We have a lot to learn from nature. We have a lot to learn from nature. Even the birds stop eating at a certain time. They don't really eat all night like some people. I'm not going to call no names, myself included. So nature teaches us that we don't need to be eating all night long either. No, we don't. No, we don't. Them late night munches. Like I said, myself included. But I don't really get up and eat in the night. Once upon a time I did, but I don't do that no more. Stay by butt. I drink water. I drink water. Make up my bed because I'm done with the bed for now. I'm going to church. I'm a Sabbath keeper. I think I've said that before. Maybe you missed the memo. Maybe you missed the memo. Yeah, I'm a Sabbath keeper. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm not sure where I'm going to go today because we have one of our youth convocations, which is one of our big meetings, and we happen to live by our campground. And that's like the closest destination, but I'm like, do I want to go in for all the hype? Hype meaning, you know, those big events where it's like a mega event where it's a lot of people. I don't know if I want to deal with a lot of people today. I think I'm just going to go to my church because a lot of the young people will be going here, and most likely some of the whoever don't want to go, they'll be at church. Some people don't really have cars, and if they don't carpool, they really can't come because it's like, say, a distance from where I work, where I go to church. Because I go to church in Gainesville. Actually, I go to church in a lot of places, but long story short, I don't know where I want to go today. My mom is going to the youth convocation thing, and my other family that's coming around, they're going. So I'm not sure. Yeah, she's supposed to get here in time for church. She's supposed to. But that's always subject to CPT. CPT! You know CPT, you already know. They're often very late. They might as well not come this time. They show up. You know, some people just always so late. Yes, sir. Seventh day Adventist. I am like Sam. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta do some nail treating. It's kind of cold. Our unit is like frozen. And every time the guy claims that he's fixed it and it's not fixed. And I'm like done calling him. I'm over it. I think the Florida AC unit just doesn't want to It doesn't want to live in the snow. It doesn't want to live in the snow. That woodpecker's really having a ball out there. Early bird gets the worm. That's like a classic. Anyway, I don't know. I just might stay home because it's like really cold. It's so cold. My foot's hurting because I had surgery on my foot. Yeah, my sister and her husband, they operate on CPT. But they're coming from a long drive. They don't live here. They're coming in from out of town. So if they don't leave on time, then they're going to get here late, obviously. So if you know you want to get here at 10, you got to leave like 3 hours ahead of us. And they don't. You know what, JG, you be looking too hard. That's why I tried to walk quick, because I know you be looking. That's why I put my robe on for those people with those eyes that need a little assistance. I ain't trying to help nobody sin today. Nope. I'm not trying to sin either. Sometimes you gotta help the saints. You gotta help the saints, Mocha. Right, Mocha? You gotta help the saints do right. You know, there are a lot of pastors that are intentional. I've had some intentional pastors in my own. You know, like some pastors are intentional in everything. Like they don't let the ushers put people that are dressed inappropriately in front of the pastor. You know, some people are intentionally trying to be distractions at church. Everywhere you go, there's always those kind of people, and they want to come and distract whoever's up front with what they're wearing. There's always these people in the congregation, and so an aware pastor that's being intentional, he won't allow it. He won't allow the ushers to bring those people. Yeah. I know his name too. He won't allow the ushers even bring them people to where they're in view of whatever to be a distraction. I'm not trying to be a distraction. Or the nosy eyes, woman on one side and man on the other. That's how he operate his church for real? I never really paid attention. I don't know. There's a way to, what can I say? How can I say this? Now everything on this channel is my opinion. I don't represent nobody but me and God. So let me put that out there before I start talking. But there are a lot of people that are, how can you put it? There are a lot of people, not a lot. Let me go back to my favorite word, which is some. There are some people who say their opinion as if it's policy. And that's been my new thing. My opinion, or their opinion, is not policy. And that goes in a lot of churches as well. Some people stand up and they want their opinion to be policy, but their opinion is not policy. What's up, Denzel? I mean, Denz. My bad. Where's my... I lost my tinger. When I got up, I think it flew away. That's weird. Like, where did it go? Oh, there it is. I left it in the bed. See, it gets all tied up everywhere. Tied up. But anyway, like I told my brother Denzel, who came in right on time, my opinion is not policy. I feel like sometimes, oh, I'm right. I'm so right. But my right is not everybody's right. My opinion is not policy. And the motivational minister, you are free to take that and run with it in a book and say that you quoted me. You quoted me. My opinion is not policy. And a lot of people live with that mindset. But your opinion is not policy. And I wish I had a recording, because my pastor back in the day from Chattanooga Church, New Life SDA in Chattanooga, he preached a series that said, who said it anyway? A lot of people say a whole bunch of stuff that's not even in the Bible, nowhere to be found. And yet their opinion becomes policy. No, your opinion is not always policy. That's all I got to say. Fred, I missed you because I'm ranting and raving. Welcome from the southern plains of Indiana. Give me some corn this morning. Good morning, Mr. Fred. My back is hurting, so I don't know why I'm putting this back over here. My back is the problem right now. My back. Look what I put in my thing. Look what I brought work home. I had this marker because this girl had this marker. And nice it now in my Tim's unit bag. Let me put it back in there so I can take it back to work. Oh, my little babies. Those little kids are a riot. They're a riot. They're a hoot. They're a hoot. Exactly. And you can run with that. Put that on the shirt. But I had to think about that one day. And I always try to think about better ways to express something simply. And I mean, if everybody put that into practice, you'll realize you'll give people more grace, you know? Because some people really feel like their opinion is policy, and it's not. Everybody's not going to jump on your train because you're saying something. No, they're not. And I try to keep that in mind for myself. And my thing is, if you can't show it to me, then don't tell me because I don't want to hear it. But anyway, that's enough of that. What are you talking about, Alex? No, that's the person that was being held by the YouTube hands. Alex is not being appropriate. Is that who you're talking to? But it's another great day to be alive. That's all I know. Another great day. I think I'm going to go to my church. I just don't feel like doing all that noise. Because they just have everything just super loud. Or maybe I'll just stay home and watch it. But I don't feel like watching those virtual service. Because when I start watching virtual stuff, if it's not engaging, I'm not going to pay attention. So I'm going to go in person where I'm in the building. In the building. I want to be in the building. And I'm going to go to church. And I started to go to that plant church. But then I thought about some things and I was like, maybe God is not wanting me to be there because I keep getting these bad vibes. Every church plant is not the right plant either. And sometimes you want to join some people to help them, but you got to make sure that you're on the same page with what that person is ministering. And then the last time I went, honestly, some of the stuff that I heard one person saying, but once again, one person's opinion is not policy. And I had to dismiss that person out of my head because they were talking about some of the same things that I was on sabbatical about dealing with. And I took my time off to take care of myself. And then here goes this person promoting their opinion like policy. And I just said, Lord, here we go again. Some people got to tune out. Never dismiss anything based on one person's opinion. Like if you go to a restaurant and one waitress is bad or one manager is bad, the whole restaurant, the whole organization is not bad because of one bad apple. You know what I'm saying? You take it to any extent. It's like when people want to get mad at hospitals because their loved one died. It's not the hospital. It's not the people that run the hospital. It's maybe one doctor, one nurse. Don't shoot the whole hospital down because one person made a boo-boo. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know, and I think about all that when I get up to go out to worship. And it starts with the greeter. And that's one thing, like the lady I told y'all that got sick. And I found out actually she had a stroke. She's like one of the first people that you see because she was the one that was at the door for January. I guess she was assigned for January. So then when I went in the last time and she was in the hospital, I was like, it was a whole different vibe when I was greeted at the door. Not that the people didn't greet well, but some people just have a more genuineness, some people you can tell they're doing it because they were assigned to do it that day. You know what I'm talking about? Those kind of greetings. They're just doing it because they were on the schedule. They don't really care. They're just doing it. And you can always feel that vibe too. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna do something if I know my heart is not in it, like in it. When it, my foot is trying to swell up. This cold weather is getting into my bones. But it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna put my 10 unit on my foot too. But I gotta put it on my back first. But for those who don't know, I had surgery in my foot like many moons ago. My daughter was like 1. Actually, she's like 8 months old, so that was a long time ago. But when you have surgery, your body is never the same. Don't let nobody fool you. That's what after I had one surgery, I kept going to the doctor, and the doctor said, "You're never going to be the same again." I'm like, duh, I already see that. And he just is like, you have to give your body time to adjust and heal. But once you have surgeries, you are never the same again. You're never the same again. And I don't even want to have to think about it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I don't know why I didn't bring the light down because you know the lady can't see. You gotta have a light. I always remember that my grandma used to do this when I was little. She always gotta be turning on another light. And here I am turning on lights because I can't see. That's why I just try to be true to who I am. That's all I can do. Like I said, when I come on my channel, I represent God and me. That's it. You broke your leg 7 years ago. I bet you ain't never been the same. I can imagine. I never like. Actually, I did break the bones in my toe on this same bed, but this is like a platform bottom bed. I was playing with my daughter and I ran into her room, and my foot hit the hit this platform bottom because it's like a captain's bed type deal. And I tell you, my toe was like purple, looking like a purple grape. Talking about hurting for a long time. I didn't even go to the doctor. I just wrapped it up because I know that's what they're gonna do. And I did what they do. I ain't got time to be going and giving them my pennies. But I know that's what they're gonna do. I can do that myself. I can do that myself. I passed first aid. I passed CPR. And it's cold. Nobody feel warm now, but I'm about to turn this heat on me. Nobody's looking outside. Moby, you not ready to eat? No? It's so quiet this morning. She hasn't even said hi to the birds. She said, I have not even said hi to the birds. I didn't say hi to nobody. Like, this heat is hot now. Now I'm starting to warm up now that I got my robe on. Oh, spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Moby said I was looking for the right breakfast. I was looking for the right breakfast item. That thing's about to melt my nail kit. God has got a blessing with my name on it. That heat is burning. You leave that stuff out of the heat. But you know what? It's going to be a great day no matter what. It's going to be a great day. I got to hurry up if I'm going to get out of here. Gotta hurry up. I gotta clean up what I messed up. Yeah. I started my life over again. What I wish I could do is invite people in the live after I start the live. I think that's just, you have to set it up from the beginning. You can't just do it. I need another light. This light doing one thing. I need it to do another thing. I need it to be double purposed. Ow! These things are dangerous right here. This thing right here. Be careful with this right here. These things are sharp. Like sharp. It looks easy when you watch the nail tech people doing it. But when you're trying to do it yourself and you're not trained, it is so challenging. But I'm going to do it again. Hopefully I won't make myself bleed this time. Last time I cut myself, I got to do it slow. This thing is sharp. That's all I know. I heard Big Lots was going out of business. Everybody's going out of business. Like I said, a lot of people are just shopping online. Nobody wants to go in person. If I go in person, you can get it to come to your door. But anyway, the world is changing. We got to start adjusting with it. But anyway, as I was saying, I felt this vibe, and I just don't feel like I need to return to that church right now. But then I thought about it, and like I said, one person's opinion is not policy. And that's not even the person that's in charge. It was just a person that was talking. But what I want to know is if the person in charge has that same mindset. Because that person in charge has the same mindset, it's not doomed. It's going to be doomed for failure, not success. I don't know. I'm tempted to go over there, but I don't want to go over there and have to walk out because I might just have to walk out if I experience what I experienced the last time. I don't even want to do that drive just to do that. And then it kind of feels weird because if there's only a couple of people. Oh, I love tater tots. That's one of my favorites too. I like those over French fries. Now you're making me want French fries again. But it's kind of weird when you walk out of a situation when there's only a couple people. But nowadays, when it's about my peace and my sanity, I'm going to walk out. Yes, I will. I'm not going to sit there. No, thank you. Like yesterday, I was the only one to speak up about something in our little hallway meeting because it was asked, did we want to do something? And no one said a word. And I'm the only one that voiced my opinion, but I tried to do it in a funny kind of way, but I was serious. I was like, no, I don't want to do that, especially when it's optional. And everybody else stood there looking like, and I know some of them wanted to say no. Well, I would just say no. And I was like, no. I was like, no. But I was dead serious, though. Dead serious. I don't want to do that. Got enough to do at work than to be doing unnecessary stuff. But I'm going to let work rest today because I'm resting today. Just came to my mind how we allow people's opinions to become policy. And we don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't know about you, but I don't want to do that. Allow one's opinion to become policy in my life. No, thank you. How you gonna make you some tater tots? You mean you gonna make everybody some tater tots in the house, or just you? You? You, only you? Welcome to the live. Sister Nika, is that you? Sister Nika, is that you? Mocha says she sees breakfast. So I see breakfast out the window. So I use my tinge unit because when I'm like sitting down like this, it actually helped me to be able to sit here without being in pain because it keeps pulsing my lower back muscles where I have a problems rather. But you can keep on living life with the right tools. Actually, it's been helping because like my physical therapy people always said you just have to maintain. You can't not maintain. It's like a lifelong thing, just like exercising, taking care of yourself. You just got to do it and 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 do it. You got to stay on it. Oh, yeah, I would like some. Thank you. I would love some tater tots right now. I think I'm going to make cereal. That's usually what I do before I go to church. I might just eat some dry cereal. I like frosted shredded wheats. I'll get some frosted shredded wheats and then I'll eat some fruit. I don't usually do too much cooking. Sometimes I do, depends on what I'm wanting to eat. I haven't had oatmeal in days. I need to get back on my oatmeal. Welcome to the live. I see you. You're passing through. You wonder what I'm doing. I'm grooming my nails like you should be doing sometime. But some of you guys can afford to go to the nail salon. But with the way how some nail salons are set up, I went to this one nail salon and I saw those people cutting corners right in my face. I'm like, I can imagine what y'all doing when I'm not looking. So I was like, no, thank you. I won't be back over here. No way. That's how people end up with all those things. The next thing you know, you got to cut your toes off because somebody did something shady at the nail salon or at the hair salon, and then you got some fungus or some cooties that you got to deal with. No, thank you. I work with my own stuff at home. I do go to the salon, but not all the time. It's overrated. Too many germs. Unless you know a person that's actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Some people just won't do what they're supposed to do. Why is that? There are always going to be those kind of people, and I'd rather not deal with them giving me no cooties in my toes or something. I don't want no cooties in my toes. But that kind of stuff, it can last forever. You can never like get rid of it sometimes, you know? I thought my nails needed to be trimmed, but they actually don't. I'm not going to mess with them yet because it's going to probably chip this polish. And I don't want to chip my gel polish yet. It's actually still looking pretty good. And it's been about, what, 2 weeks, I think? My toenails, they grow kind of slow. They don't grow fast. So I don't have that little, well, this is a nail that was giving me a little problem right here. This is the one that needs a little trim. Now, this thing is a good thing to trim. Of course, I got to take care of these toes. But this right here is the best thing to use, not a toenail clipper, when you're trying to like snip your nail a little bit. And it'll give it a clean cut as opposed to what a nail clipper will do. Let me see if I can do it. Yep, got it. Yep, got it. Because my nails, I don't know about you, but when your nails grow, then they have these sharp pin-like corners. My nails do that because of the fact that I cut them low. So then I always have to go back in and take that little teeny weeny pointy hazardous little thing off. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to disturb the shape, but by just barely taking off that little part, then it makes life a whole lot better for those of us who have the hammer and mallet like toes. I only learned that because I went to the podiatrist and he was telling me about my toes. I said, I got a what? But I knew I had hammer toes. I guess I had heard it, but I didn't know that I had hammer and mallet toes. And then he was saying that, yeah, you have hammer and mallet toes on one foot. I have one type in the other foot. I have another type. But if you were listening earlier, if you hear, say just like my dada. My dada has hammer and had. My dad is gone into the ground. But he had hammer and mallet toes as well. So I inherited that from dada. Dada. You should take care. I hope you're taking care of your toes while you're talking about me. Now I'm trying to fix this toe. I watch a lot of those videos that show people fixing their toes. That's how I've learned a lot of stuff watching them. But some of those Asian people, because a lot of those videos from the Asian culture, and they be digging, and the people be bleeding. And like somebody was saying in the comments, you're not supposed to be doing that in no nail salon. That's like something you should do at a podiatry office. They be up there digging in people's toes like they making surgery. And you should try. Do your best. Do your best to take care of them toesy woesies. At least keep them trim. And if you do the right thing, you can keep your cuticles down too. Because all you got to do is when you're in the shower, when your nails are nice and saturated with water and moisturized, you just rub them with the towel. And then if you do that consistently, then you'll always have cuticle free toes for the most part. Until after a certain time, you got to go get it taken care of. But you can always maintain it. Mocha, why are you coming over here? You trying to say good morning? You trying to get your nails trimmed too? You want to say good morning? You want your morning hug? Good morning. Is that your way of saying you ready to eat? You want to get under my robe because you cold? I think you're saying you ready to eat, huh? Don't put your butt in the people's face, Mocha. That's not nice. Mocha. Mocha says she's ready to eat breakfast. She said, I don't know what you over here doing later, but I'm ready to eat. She said, I'm ready to eat, lady. Can you let me finish my toes? I just got one more to do. Can you let me finish my toes? Hmm? Move back now before you get snipped. Move back now before you get snipped. Take care of your toesies, woesies. Living, he loved me. Dying, he saved me. Uh-oh. Rising, he justified, freed me forever. Now I'm starting to get hot because I put this robe on, but it's warm now that I'm up out of the bed. This heater is doing it what it do. I'll be glad when it warms up. The high today is supposed to be 59. I did finally look at the temperature. So if it warms up to 59, that's not bad. Way better than being in the 30s and the 40s like it has been all week. So it should be a very warm weekend, and I'm tempted to go to the beach. Maybe that's where I'll end up going. Go to the beach and just have a beach day today for my mental reset. That might be what I'll end up doing. Yeah, I know Tamla Man. Of course. I watch it sometimes, but sometimes it's just, it doesn't appeal to my mind and my soul. I've watched it though. I don't watch every episode if it pops up, because I do subscribe to her channel, if I'm not mistaken, on YouTube. But some of it is just not my style. I don't know. I guess because I'm like a whatever. But some of her stuff is okay, but some of it, I don't know. And I think sometimes they're pushed to do stuff by their producers, even though I know they do a lot of stuff, I guess, for themselves. But some of it seems like it's really not them, but they're doing it for ratings or whatever. Those type of episodes I don't really care to watch. I was copying what I saw that lady do on the video, and I don't like what I just did to my toe. But I realized I gotta cut my toenails back because my toenails needed to be. Mocha, you keep on distracting me, and I can't do this without you, with you moving across my leg, because I might cut myself. Mocha, if you jump across here one more time and make me cut myself, little doggy. I'm trying to clip this little thing. Without cutting myself, and I almost cut myself. Mocha says she ready to eat. That's all she's saying while she's walking by. But yeah, they're okay. I mean, Tamla Man, they're pretty cool. What they do is not crossing the line, and I don't think they do profanity. I don't hear profanity on their stuff and stuff like that, so I can watch it. Everybody know that me not down with the profanity. I'm just not down with it. They have clean content. Shows you can have fun without all that cussing. Yep, you ain't got to do that. Then I saw this one video. I saw somebody post, and the lady was just cussing. Young girl, young lady. She could have said what she had to say without all that cussing. But to each his own. My opinion is not policy, I know. But it's just overrated. Like, this heater is hot, y'all. I mean, hot. Whoa. That light flickered. Mocha looked at me too. She's like, what the world? She said, that doesn't usually happen. The flickering of the light. You give me joy. Welcome to the ride. I'm just cleaning my toes up. You got to keep your feet right. And I hope you're hydrating your skin and not walking around with dry feet. I mean, why would you want to do that? Well, it's because they've been nurtured that way. They've been groomed that way. Just like this little kid in my classroom. They're one. And the boy said, kiss my pee. But he didn't say it loud because he knows he's wrong. He talking about kiss my pee. He said it like 3 times. He's looking at me. They always want a reaction. I didn't give him what he was expecting. I didn't give him a reaction. I just looked at him and I said, don't say that again. He knows he's wrong. Just for the fact that he's staring at me when he's saying it, he knows that's not a nice thing for him to say as a little kid. But what if he hears somebody saying it, and I've heard his people, how they talk, then what you expect the little people to do? If you grew up and that's what your mom said to you, bring your da 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 here. So what you think you're gonna get when you grow up? The same thing that they got when they were a kid. They're gonna carry on that same little way of talking. Everybody at the family gathering, beep 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 beep. That's what they know. You can't blame the kids when they come in cussing because that's all they heard all night, all morning. Get your out that bed. Get your in the kitchen. See, I didn't grow up like that, so it's not a part of me to be like that. But if you were raised like that, that's just how you raised cooking the macaroni and cheese like your people did. Cooking the chicken like your people did. Until you do better and Google something different and start maybe blazing your own trail. But a lot of people don't fall too far from where the family dropped them off at. I'm just saying, if you look around, you'll know. Some people have the same dinner at Thanksgiving all the time, or they have the same this or same that, because that's what they've been groomed to do. And some people don't blaze their own trail. I like that, blazing my own trail. But they can choose otherwise. Because I used to cuss, like I said, I used to cuss like an old girl, old sailor. But when I made different choices and decided to do better things for myself, I stopped doing it. So it's choice. Just like my brain is processing the fact that I don't want to poke myself with this, my brain is also processing the fact that I don't want to say bad words out of my mouth. What's up, Sophia? Some people choose not to talk without cursing. And I keep telling a certain person that I don't like it. And every time they call, they keep on cussing. So I'm thinking to myself, then I just like politely say that I really don't like that. So that lets me know right then and there that person has no respect for themselves or for me. So I'm like, I'd rather not talk to you if you're going to keep on talking like that and like you don't know any other words but profanity words. I don't want to hear that. I promise you, I don't want to hear that. And I've said it politely as I could. But if that's how you choose to talk, that's how you're going to choose to talk by yourself. But I don't want to be a part of it. I don't feel like I'm better. I don't feel like I'm this or that. But I know what I have decided for myself. And I don't like it. Just like I don't care for the color pink. I rather the color blue. It's a preference. And everybody's entitled to their preference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's entitled to their preference. And if people don't respect what you're thinking or what you're doing, then you don't have to be a part of what they're doing. You don't have to have them in your company. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I'm doing my toes, but I'm thinking I can go to the beach and put my tent up. Because if I put my tent up, my tent will keep me warm because it'll block the wind. And I really think that's what I might do today. When it warms up a little bit, I'm going to go set my tent up on the beach today and just chill out for a while. Decompress these thoughts of the week and the thoughts of whatever. I think that's what I'm really going to do. I think so. Is that what I'm going to do, Lord? Is that what you want me to do, Jesus? Is that what you want me to do, Jesus? You got my tater tots ready? 'Cause I'm waiting. Now you got me wanting French fries, but I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna drink something hot this morning again. I need to drink something hot. Little toes take a long time to take care of these little toes. These little toes and roses. Welcome to the live. How you doing? It's a great day to be alive. A great day to be thankful. Mocha, you don't want to eat no more of these? What's wrong with these? You don't like them no more? Mocha hasn't even wanted her beef treats lately. She does not want her beef treats or nothing. Sophia, how are ya? I'm trying to master using this thing. You know when you go to the nail salon, if you go to the nail salon, they always use this thing. I've been trying to learn how to use it, but this thing is very sharp. You have to like be so careful. You will cut yourself like so quickly. But I've been getting better and better. That's why I'm in deep concentration. I don't want to cut myself. So how are you this morning? How are you? I mean, like, how are you really? You don't have to answer. It's really rhetorical. But be honest to yourself. And if you're not okay, figure out why. I like to ask that question sometimes. How are you really doing? Don't just say okay and I'm fine. But deep down, you know you're not fine. And if you're not fine, figure out why. Too many burgers. You eating burgers in the morning too? Okay. Burgers. I've had burgers in the morning. I have had a lot of things in the morning time. I guess you eat whatever your stomach is asking for. I call you holy. Your name is holy. You are so holy to me. It's not going to be warm until later in the day. But the morning is going to be cold. I doubt I go out there because I don't want to go out there and turn around. The only way I would stay out there is if I put my tent up. My tent is small. My mom's tent is a big one, but mine is actually it's a 4-person. And 4-person in a tent, just in case you don't know, it means that you're a 4-person laying side by side. And that's respected to the size of the people. Because you know some of us are more endowed than others. But give or take respectfully, it's for 4 persons. Persons, people. I think I'm going to go to my church. That's what I'm going to do. But I know I can't handle all that noise at the big event. It makes my blood pressure go up and then it ends up making my chest hurt. That's why they have those signs like when you go to the amusement parks and like if you go to the um, fairs or whatever, and they give you those warnings, those health warnings. When I was younger, I used to always look at those health warnings and say, wow, people can't get on the ride because they can't this and they can't that. Yeah, take those warnings seriously. I got on this ride one time and I felt so sick when I got off. And I was like, I'm done testing that theory. Not young like I used to be. Don't have the same health that I used to have one time. Things are not like they used to be. I got to stop by the cemetery to show my physical respect. Not that the dead is listening, but I missed the funeral. And I need to go look for the burial place of my brother in Christ. No, I don't talk to the dead because I know the dead knows nothing, but I need to go and look and see. The mission is to go look and see, not to go talk to nobody because ain't nobody listening at the graveyard. And I'm sorry if you go to the graveyard and you're talking to your loved ones. I don't believe that respectfully. I'm just saying. Like I go visit my dad's grave just because I just go there to look. I just go there to look. And then I have happy memories in my head. And then I take some pictures and some selfies and say, I've come again to the spot of my ancestors' resting place. And then I leave. I don't know. It makes me feel better. It's a peaceful place. Nobody talks back. That's my main thing. I always say that. If you want to go to think, go to the cemetery. Nobody's out there. Nobody talks back. Nobody cares. Don't be eyeing me. I'm telling you the truth. I do. Whenever I go back home, because my dad is buried in my hometown. My grandmothers are buried in my hometown. They're all buried at the same cemetery. And my family members, because you know when you're in a small town, you don't have that many cemetery choices. And it's like you either have one cemetery that's local, then you have this other one that's cheaper, that's like 30 minutes away. And people who really can't afford it or don't have a good insurance plan, they go way out there to the one that's affordable to them or whatever. But my family is buried in the one that's in the town where I was born and raised. And so I just go there. I don't always get to go because if I'm in a hurry, I don't have time to go because it's like way out on the outside of town. Sometimes, depending on who I'm riding with, I can't always go, but I like to go. And I keep telling my sister, I don't care what she says, they moved my dad's headstone. And they moved a lot of other people's headstones just to reorganize that area. Because I was like, there's no way those headstones were that close because they were never that close. But I'm kind of done with it. But I know they do what they do. I think like after that hurricane, the stones were shifting because of the water. Because you know the water causes those headstones to shift, especially if you just have the simple ones that are on the ground. Even though they put that little thing down that they mounted on or whatever, they can still shift around when it really rains hard. I always tell you, James, I'm just telling my truth. I don't know, you're putting your eyes up. I'm not telling those stories. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying what I do. The thing about it, where that cemetery is, the reason why I have not stopped is because when they built the new road, the you can't just turn in there like you used to be able to because they made a median. And then they chose selective businesses that you could actually turn off to. So now it's like you have to go down past where you're going, make a U-turn, come back up, and then in order to get back, you got to do the same thing again. You got to go up, make a U-turn, and come back down. Which, for the fact that that cemetery often has funeral processions going in, that was not a good choice. But sometimes people live back in the other direction, so then you got to go back up there with a limousine and all the funeral home, whatever, and then you got to go to the right and make a U-turn with the people to bring them back in the other direction. Make it make sense. I think they should have given that funeral home a designated turnoff. That would have been logical, in my opinion. But I guess they didn't think so. So they did what they wanted to do. In my opinion, what is not policy. But I'm going to go by there today, though. If I don't forget, I'm going to make myself remember. And this person actually died alone. That's like sad. This person was found alone. They had some type of episode and was found alone, dead in their bedroom. To me, if I'm going to go, death is a conversation that everyone needs to talk about. If you feel like you can't talk about it, maybe you need to think about why you can't talk about it. Death is a part of life. I wouldn't want to die alone like that. Somebody found me that I fell on the floor and, bust my head or, something like that. And I've known like a couple people from our church family was found like that. This one lady, she was found, she had like fell over beside her bed and like her head was on the floor or something like that. And she was found after some days. And that goes back to when people live so alone and isolated and nobody checks in on them. Did y'all hear that story about the lady that died in her office? At the office. In those cubicle worlds, when you have those workstations where you're in a little cubicle thing. The lady literally died that Friday. They didn't find her till that Monday. Like, who didn't miss the lady over the weekend? Like, who didn't miss her? So when they came in on Monday morning, the story says in the news, if you could Google it, you can see it. Then, of course, by that time, she had to develop, an odor. Anyway, that's enough of that. I don't want to scare people, but death is a part of life. Exactly. But some people, They seem like they're exempt. I think I don't know. But death can happen to anybody at any time. I could roll over and die right here, right now, in front of y'all. I hope that wouldn't happen, but it could. It could. Like I told a story about the lady that was like my second mom here. She literally died in the arms of her daughter. She was getting ready to go somewhere and she just sat down. And sat down to never get up again. Sat down and died. Just like that. A very wonderful lady. A wonderful person. But anyway, when death comes, it comes. And when it comes, I want to be ready. I'm going to be ready. I haven't done my nails in a while, actually. I've been half doing them. My tater tot's not ready. Oh yeah, I saw that too. That was sad. That's happened to actually a couple of pastors. Cause when they're preaching and all that, all of that, whatever, getting hyped up, you can easily have a heart attack. You hyping up yourself doing all that extra stuff, especially if you know you already have health problems. Then you get in all that loud talking and running and jumping, as some of them do sometimes, and their heart can't take it. I saw one too recently. There was one in Jamaica. The pastor that was recently, like at the end of last year. Yep, it happens quite often, more than you know, and more than it gets publicized, I should say. I need to start getting ready because it's almost 9 o'clock. But I gotta get my nails right because they're out of control. And I'm waiting on my tater tots. You didn't even see my messages because you run on sentences. I did read what you said. I read everything you said. Maybe I didn't read it out loud. You want me to read it out loud? Why be scared? Nothing anyone can do. Stop death when it comes, it comes. I read that. And I read about what the pastor said. And I read everything else you said, sir. I don't always read them out loud. Some people get bent out of shape. Don't get bent out of shape, like they say. Don't get bent out of shape now. But I read it. And I'm also watching to make sure you're moderating, moderator. Because I'm definitely not moderating this morning. Unless I have to. Oh, I know. I saw when you said you're making mini burgers, and I said mini burgers early in the morning. You must have walked away from the phone or whatever device you're using. I don't want no burgers unless it's veggie burgers. I thought about making some veggie burgers with my waffles. I might do that and use waffles to make my breakfast burger. I might do that because I feel kind of hungry because I've been awake for a minute. Now the trick is to be able to do my right hand with my left hand. Melkor, what's up? You said you're a girl, but you're always coming in giving me a kiss. Are you giving me a kiss on my forehead? If I remember well, you said you were a girl. I'm just wondering. Just wondering. Doing my left hand is like really hard. I mean, my left hand is, that's tricky. Trying to do my left hand. This is when I usually snip myself. Were you with me on the live when I saw the dead person across the street from the church? It's like that in the morning. It's weekdays, more people are on. It's okay. Nobody has to say a word. I like talking to myself. I like talking to my moderator, JG. Some people just come on because they want to listen. Some people just like hearing people talking in their house or whatever. It's all good. I listen to some YouTubers too just to have somebody in the room with me when I used to be like alone. Some people just like to listen to people talking because they don't want to be alone in their house. Maybe they're cooking, maybe they're painting, maybe they're just laying down. And then Mocha starts barking. And then they're like, wait a minute. I rather silence than someone talking a bunch of trash in my comments or talking a bunch of trash. You know, it's always nice when you can be in the presence of people and you're just silent. You can just be silent and happy. Some people you can't be silent in their presence. Or if you are silent, you can feel that the atmosphere is not healthy. You feel the tension. You feel the stress. A lot of people go through that in life. And some people can't even sit in. That's why I've had a lot of people say, "Well, I don't have music on. Why do I need music on?" I've learned how to be quiet with my thoughts. There was a time where I couldn't be quiet with my thoughts because my thoughts were evil, they were bad, and I would actually turn music on to drown out my thoughts, make my brain think about something else. You challenge yourself. Learn how to enjoy your own silence. Deal with the demon in your mind. Deal with the demons in your soul. I've done it. I've had to do it. And I can sit in a room quiet. I don't have to have music. Don't have to have the TV. Once upon a time, I would keep the TV on all day long. And I would go to sleep with it all night long because I just didn't want to hear silence. The silence was making me feel like something was taking over my life in a bad way. And if you can't sit in the silence, you got to check your mental health. If you feel like the silence is something that's kind of not okay, check in on your mental health. Just a suggestion. Yep. So, just information as always. This finger here is like, see these fingers right here? I kept doing that gel polish back to back to back. My little bitty fingers. My little bitty fingers. I'm trying to get this little stuff off without cutting myself. That's why it takes so long because I don't want to cut myself. You know, I notice now when I cut myself, it doesn't just heal like it once did. It's like the more and more time changes, my body's changing too. And I'm pre-diabetic, so I don't ever want to develop a problem where I get a cut and then something bad happens. I don't know. And I better be careful before I become full-blown diabetic. I was watching a person. They said, "Oh, I don't eat this anymore because the doctor told me not to eat it." And then I turned around the next day, and then they were eating it. So I'm thinking to myself, I thought you just told me that you don't want to eat that no more because the doctor told you. But we're all guilty of that. We don't want to change our diet to do better. But I'm like, if it's gonna help you and like keep you from being in the hospital, why wouldn't you want to do it? And sometimes some people do that. They just keep on doing stuff that you know. You don't even have to let the doctor tell you. You know that it's hurting you, and you keep on doing it. Whatever it may be, you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Stop doing it. Like I need to stop eating all that candy because it's toxic. And when I woke up this morning, just as sure my joints were hurting so bad, because I ate all that candy before I went to bed. And I woke up, I couldn't even hardly walk. Facts. Facts. Mocha, do we want to go to the beach? I don't even take Mocha to the beach that much because when Mocha gets to the beach, she's ready to turn right back around. And then she just has full blown anxiety. She just keeps jumping up, jumping up, jumping up. She wants me to pick her up. And then she doesn't want to get down. It just becomes a big old work in progress. She needs a stepdaddy. Mocha no, she don't need a stepdaddy. She needs a daddy because whoever comes going to be her daddy, not no stepdaddy. They gotta adopt her. She'll be their daughter, canine daughter. So they don't like dogs, and I can't have a boyfriend that doesn't like dogs, a boyfriend to fiance to husband. They gotta like dogs. They got to. Because Mocha and I, we're a package deal. Yep. I've had people tell me, oh, you're not going to get with anybody because you got a dog. I'll say, that's your opinion. And now that I know my expression, that's your opinion and not policy. I've met people that like dogs. She going to have to follow the man lead. I told you to put it down. Put what down? Oh, the candy? Yeah, I did. I fell asleep actually. I fell asleep with the candy on the bed. Shame on me, right? But it's the truth. I can talk about me. Some things I tell y'all, I don't tell y'all everything. But I tell y'all what I want y'all to know because it'll help somebody. That's how you end up with poor dental health because I'll get up after the fact and brush my teeth like 3 o'clock in the morning. But when I fall asleep, I've fallen asleep with that sugar in my mouth, which is toxic. And I just got my teeth cleaned from the dentist like, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? And I'm already making bad choices. It's like you go to the dentist, you get your cleaning, you do good for a while, then all of a sudden you start falling off the wagon. I'm trying. Actually, I did pretty good this time, I feel, because for whatever reason, my appointment kept getting canceled. They kept losing staff, kept rescheduling me. So I ended up going to my cleaning off schedule. So I tried to maintain the best I could while I was waiting my turn. Mommy! Mom! I guess she's getting ready. She can't hear me wherever she is. Mimi and Ari, what's up? Kids go, they give. Yeah, exactly. That too. It's like crazy, right? It's like giving you ammunition to come back for a cavity fill in. That is so true. Make it make sense. Like I always say, make it make sense. And like doctors' offices too, they shouldn't be giving those children candy. But I know like a lot of doctors' offices, they started with the whole sticker thing, which is irrelevant for a lot of kids because they want something more than a sticker. Like those little kids, they'll give them stickers when they come to do some test on them. And as soon as they put the sticker on, they snatch it off. Yeah, it is. You're right. That is very true. Very true. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. I can hurry up though, because I gotta get out of here like 9:30. I'm going to church because it's too cold to be outside and I don't want to hurt myself. You're tired? Why are you tired? Because you've been up all night again, Mimi? I forgot what you told me your real name was. You told me and I forgot. But I just know Mimi and Ari. I forgot what you told me your name was. I was tired, but I slept pretty good. I went to bed early. Trying to get my nails right because I don't want to get to church and then I'm starting to pick on my nails. I didn't take care of this before I went. So everything becomes a distraction sometimes when you're trying to focus on something. So I'm eliminating the distractions before I even go out the house. I need to get up and get my phone. Oh, you just woke up like 20 minutes ago. Okay. The birds are running and playing, flying and bobbing and weaving. Life has begun while you were sleeping. No, I'm not a poet, and I think I know it. No, I'm not a poet, but I think I know it. That's how you know how many times I've made words up when I'm singing a song in front of people. I just flat out forget, and then I just start making words up. I don't know lately. And then I know this lady that I like to sing. I like to hear her sing. She used to be able to go on stage without a words, but now as she's older, she carries a black binder like the people like in concert choir. And I understand, but I still try not to sing with words. I try to make sure I sing a song that I can sing without reading, because it kind of takes away, especially if you really have to keep looking at the words. It takes away from what you're trying to do. I try not to do that. But I find sometimes I just get up there, and I think it's the devil just trying to make me feel like I've forgotten, and I haven't really forgotten. But there have been times where I literally forgot because I didn't take the time to learn all the words well before I started the journey. So I have to be careful with that. That's why I just bought that CD, Love Lifted Me by Candy Staten. I know the song, but she sings it like in her own way. It's like a common song that we sing at our church, but that song has become my new testimony because when I was deep down and down, it wasn't nothing but the love of God and the love of some people that loved on me that brought me back to where I needed to be. And when I sing it, I really mean it because love lifted me from a place where I thought I would never return from. Yes, indeed. So now you're gonna be hearing me sing that song. You know what I realized from this lady too that came to sing at the meetings we had. We had some meetings at our church. She sang the same song every night. And then I was like, when you think about it, these people that make these albums, they go around and around with their concert, but they singing the same songs. And I used to always keep changing songs, changing songs. Then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm not even a movie star. I'm not no whoever. And why do I feel like I got to keep changing my song? So then I said, I'm going to become one song Mary. But the thing is, though, that lady, whenever she sang that song every night, she sang it every night before the pastor got up. But every night, that song was different. You know, songs are an expression of how we're feeling. And every single night, when I tell you, every single night she sang that song, she interpreted, she phrased, and everything else differently every single night. And every single night, that song had a new meaning. It had a new meaning. And that song is We Need a Word from the Lord. But that lady can sing, though. I could sing a little bit, but she can sing. She can sing. We need a word from the Lord. Right. I've been, yep, exactly. Right. I'm reading. Yes, right. Don't tell me that I'm not reading. I'm reading. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's very true. You got to listen to stuff that's going to give you something for your soul and not just the beat that's making you shake your butt. Like some people do that be distractions in the sanctuary. Or they, whatever, shaking their tail feathers. And the Poe brothers and sisters, because we got some that go both ways, and that's another story that we're going to let God handle because we ain't our business. Ain't our business. But you got to be careful who you're shaking your tail feathers in front of. Shake the tail feathers. I'm just calling it how I see it, that's all. If you never met me, my name is Veda, and I am who I am. One that God made me to be, and I'm trying to get my nails ready to go to church. I have Jamaican blood that runs through my body, so if you're from Jamaica, stand up for Jamaica. Yeah, yeah, man. I am Jamaican, though. I am a mix-up, yeah, that was raised by strong Jamaican women. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. But I represent me and God. That's what I represent. The only person I got to answer to. And after that, I'll answer to my mama because she's still alive. And she's my boss because she's always telling me what to do. And motherly love. Sometimes I have to remind her, Mommy, you gotta let us do what we do. And what I need you to do is pray. Sometimes people try to change your story and it's not their story to change. Don't let people change your story when it's not your story to change. You go on your journey and you do what you gotta do. No jokes aside, all jokes aside. Don't let people try to change your story. When you know that you've been called to be on a path, don't let people change your story. Don't let them do it. 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 That's the heater that's going on and off if you're wondering. Because our unit is frozen here in the state of Florida. There's something going on with it. The repair guys claim they fixed it and I'm just kind of over it. So we just use our space heaters. All right, I think my nails are okay. They're not the best, but they're not where they were. My nails actually haven't been the same and who you hang around. That's why I don't hang around but very few people. And then I started hanging around this person. I thought they were okay. But then I realized that they just like to talk about people. And so I was like, man, I thought this person would have been different. And it's like when you're trying to get away from something, you don't want to hang around people that are doing the things that you're trying to get away from. So it's like, man. But I'd rather be in my own company with my dog, my mom, maybe a few other older people. But some of the old people are messy too. Those people that are older than me, some of them are messy. They be messy too. But we're all messy at the end of the day. We're all messy. But I just strive to be better every day. I'm just telling you about me, like I always say on my channel. I'm not talking about nobody but me. Well, I stay by myself, but like today, I'm going to go into the sanctuary. I could easily stay home, but I don't want to stay home. I did enough of that last year. And I don't go anywhere. I do go places, but I don't always show y'all everywhere I go. I'll put it that way. Sometimes I take y'all and sometimes I don't. But I just want to go where I can worship today. And I don't want to be distracted by no hype and no all this unnecessary stuff that I know they're about to do because it's the youth convocation or whatever. It's all good and well. When I was young, I used to run to it. Because I was young, I had a whole different mindset. Aw. You don't need to put a sad face. It's okay to be a loner. But make sure you know that you're not an island. Some people are a loner and then they feel like they're an island and they got to stay on that island by themselves. Make sure you know when to let people in to help you. Don't try to be out there by yourself being an island. Don't do that. And I did that for a while when I was going through my journey of recovery and healing. I didn't want to let nobody in because you let people in, what they do, they're going to step on your heart. And some people don't know how to address you when you're going through things in life. And those people, when you hear them talking, if they're hurting your soul when they're talking, make sure you talk to someone that's going to heal your soul. Because some people don't know how to talk to people that are hurting. And the worst thing is you have a person that's not crediting your feelings or giving credit to your emotions. And they're trying to tell you things like, oh, snap out of it. Nothing's wrong with you. Stop acting crazy. How does that sound? Nothing motivating, nothing encouraging about that. But you have people that say that kind of stuff, and some of it is because of a lack of knowledge. They don't have no idea about what's going on with mental health or the person's mental health. And most people that are on my channel, they know that I'm a psychology major. I don't say it to run people away, but I'm a psychology major first and foremost. Yeah, I'm a preschool teacher, but I'm a psychology major. I'm about to do my master's as well. So I could become one of those people that diagnose people. So when I am talking, I'm talking about stuff that I do know. And some of it I've lived firsthand. Yeah, I lived it firsthand. So I'm telling you what I've been learning in the books and what I've experienced for myself. But you got to be careful about the people that you bring into your space. Because some people can drag you right on down to a place that will cause you to have some horrible days. And I separated myself from people like that because people that don't mean you any good, you can't heal around them. You can't recover around them. You can't. negative Bettys and negative Peters. Comes from family, comes from co-workers. When I go to work, I always said I don't go to make friends at work. Some people go looking for buddies everywhere. No, I don't go to work to make buddies. If I find a friend at work, and friends are hard to come by, that word is used very sparingly out of my mouth. But if there's someone that I can acquaint myself with, that's okay. But I don't generally talk to them outside of work. Not that I'm antisocial, but some people are just not on the same path that you're on. And most of them want to go drinking on the weekend. No, no, thank you. Not that I'm perfect or anything, but I don't drink. So why would I want to go sit around with people that are drinking? No, no, thank you. I watch my dad drink his life away. So some things just don't want to be, I just don't want them to be a part of my world. Yeah, well, I have to drink responsibly. I only take one little sip of this every now and then. Okay, that's you. To each his own. I'm not trying to bash or say anything bad, but just sharing my journey, sharing my story. You don't know my story. But anyway, that's enough of me sharing my business out there, but I'm sharing it to help somebody. Sometimes we have to separate from family, co-workers, church family, sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, lodge people. And I know somebody who told me they had to leave the lodge because they told me out their own mouth that they were doing things that they did not agree with. Now, some people don't want to admit it and they don't want to say it. And I know somebody who told me with their own mouth that they were not going to deal with it anymore because they were doing things that they were not in agreement with. I'm going to leave that one alone. Regardless of where you find yourself, there's always people that'll pull you down. That's my point. You can be in a family of people or a group or whoever, whatever, and they're just pulling you down. And it's sad when it's your relatives or your family members that'll stab you in the back and pull you down. Somebody was sharing their story with me yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, most people know that I listen well, so I was listening, and what my mind was saying, and I was like, no, Viva, you're not going to do there, because if they're coming to you for financial help, you're not going to get involved. I mean, I can listen, but there's a time to be wise. And so I'm thinking to myself, you're telling me about all this that's happening, and some of that they brought on themselves. And I'm like, I'm not getting involved with nobody's family issues. It has nothing to do with me. But I listen because I am able to listen. And I took my oath and I stand by it. When someone tells me something, I do not tell anybody. And that's something that I take very seriously. Because if you're a counselor, it's not your business to go and tell other people's business. And we had a special ceremony and a special oath. And you don't do that when you're in the profession of counseling. And so people know that about me. They'll talk to me and they'll talk and they'll talk and they'll talk and they'll talk and they'll talk. But the point is, sometimes you just have to learn to listen. But this wasn't like a counseling session. It wasn't nothing like that. But the person just was talking to me. But I think their end result was trying to get money. But I was like, the devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some things you got to be wise and know not to get involved in. Because that situation is messy already from what I was told. But like they said, there are always two sides to every story. And that person was trying to basically set up the stage to say, no, I'm the right one. No, they're the one that's being bad. No, they're trying to look for validation from me. But all I did was listen. I'm like, no, I'm not taking sides here, buddy. No, thank you. You're not going to get me in that one. Especially when you don't know both sides of the story. And I really messed up my toenail, but it's going to have to grow out. I usually like these kind of block nails. And now I've created this coffin nail type vibe, and I don't like it, but it's too late. Too late, guys. I did it. Anyway, it'll grow. Or I could just cut it off, but if I cut it off, it'll still be looking like a coffin nail. And those are not my vibe. I don't like the coffin nail deal. But some people, let's do that. Let's put the some in there, because that's how we start to offend people. Some people are evil. Not everybody, but some people are straight evil. You are right about that. But I think that when we have more people being kind, more people being, oh, it's 9:09, I got to get off here. More people being loving. Love changes things. Like I said, that song that I bought, that CD, I'm wearing, I think I'm wearing, I don't know what I'm wearing. I think I'm going to wear, I don't know what I'm wearing. I need to pull out my other sweater since it's cold. I don't hardly wear my sweaters. I think I need to pull out my other sweater. I'm wearing my comfortable shoes. I wear flats because you already heard me talk about all my health issues. While you putting those heels up in the emoji, I don't wear heels. If I do wear heels, it's only because I'm going to sit down the whole time where I'm going. But actually, right now, I gave away all my heels. I don't have any more because I can't wear them for my health's sake. And ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not one of those people that's going to put heels on just to be pretending that they make me look cute because they're heels. No, I'm going to dress for my health. It's always funny. I was watching people at church last week. They had these big old heels on, and then you see them again. They got these other shoes on because you can't wear those shoes but for so long. I mean, like you can't wear them but for so long. They're so uncomfortable. I don't care how much money you pay for them. They're uncomfortable. Walking on your tippy toes all day. I mean, I've done it. Hey, I'm young. I was young. I felt like I had to wear heels once upon a time, but I remember taking them off too. Getting back in my little slides. It's overrated. But now, for like I said, for my health, you won't catch me in those 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch heels. Trying to tell somebody that I'm trying to walk like I'm falling over, which is always funny. And you're trying to carry a 30-pound bag. Lord Jesus, help me. I mean, make it make sense. Do what is best for you and stop trying to please people that don't give a rat's poo poo about you. Well, maybe some of them can do karate in heels, but you're not going to catch me walking like that. But I'm about to end this live. I've been on here for an hour and 22 minutes. And it's time to wrap it up. And this is what, my fourth live for today. But somebody needs to hear something that I say sometimes. So that's why I just come in and say what it is. And I'm out here. I got to get ready. I got to get ready. But first I got to clean up. You always got to clean up. Put your stuff away. Open the door. Put my little case away. This is how some people don't learn. I got to teach people. See, all this is for somebody's good. When you're finished with what you're doing, you put it away. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody's husband, somebody's wife that don't like to clean up behind themselves and think somebody want to come and clean up their stuff. All because somebody trained them bad. You put your stuff away. You see how I'm doing this? You might want to share this video with somebody. You can cut out this part right here and tell them, say, this is what that lady was saying, that you need to clean up behind yourself, honey. It's not hard to do. You just put everything back where you had it. And now you know where I keep all of my nail supplies. And these are my Avon bags. Whenever I do sell Avon, my Avon bags are right here. Since I know some people are nosy and they're wondering, well, what is that over there? That's my Avon bags and my cotton balls. Cotton balls. And then you put everything back nice and neat. See? And then I always turn my labels around because I'm OCD about that. I don't like my labels to be turned the wrong way. I never do. I'm one of those people. I go in Walmart and I'm working in Walmart, but I have to catch myself. It's like Walmart and all these other stores. I'm like, they're not paying me, but I'll go in there and something's messy, then I find myself putting it back where it goes. And then I have to catch myself. Girl, you don't work here. That's what happens when you have these things, in my opinion, becomes policy. But no, let them deal with their own store. My opinion that everything should be nice and neat is not policy, because some workers don't want to do their job. You know how that goes, right? Right. But anyway, we're going to keep on living, and we're going to start cleaning up behind ourselves. The alcohol thing is good to use with the push down. Look at it, you all in my thing. That's not alcohol. That's a fingernail polish remover with the push down. I could put alcohol in there, but I actually like that. I got it from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has some cool stuff. Cool stuff. And it is nice to have it like that. And they have those at the nail salon too, but like I said, I got that from the Dollar Tree. All you do is put the cotton ball on top and then let it do what it do. Hey. All right. Took me forever, but I did it. I gotta take this off so I can take this to church. By the time I drive to church and then get out the car, I gotta put my tens unit back on again. Go, Mocha. Mocha said, I'm ready to eat. I don't know what you been doing, lady. I don't even know what I'm wearing today. I didn't even think about it. But as I was saying, I gotta get myself ready and get out of here. Oh, I think I'll wear this. This is my daughter's vest from her vest from Academy days. I think that's what I'm gonna wear. Wear it with this skirt right here and wear my daughter's vest because it's like the same color. But then now it's like, what am I gonna put on with it? Because it's a vest, it's not a shirt. Mocha, I'm coming. Don't start whining. Now this is where it gets complicated because I gotta figure out later to you too. I gotta figure out it's a vest. Like a vest, meaning it has no shirt, no long sleeves. Oh, I gotta wear a long skirt, so I can put on my leggings, my little leggings to keep my little legs. Hey, Libby. Of course, I remember you, Libby. You always come in and ask me if I remember you. Why would I forget you, Libby? Your name is simple. It reminds me of Libby's, that brand. How you been? Are you good? I'm trying to pull out my scarf. I always have to wrap my throat up because my throat starts to hurt. Yeah. Maybe I should wear. What am I gonna wear? I guess I'll wear this shirt. Yeah, because I want to wear my vest. I just feel like I want to wear my vest today. So I'm gonna put this shirt under it. It's not too thick. Yep, that'll work. And my blue shoes. Yep, and that's that. Mommy, you going out? What's wrong? You just don't want to go out? It's 9:25. Are you gonna go out for 11 o'clock? The high's supposed to be 59 today, though. It's gonna warm up, but it's not warm yet, though. You sleepy? You in pain? Yeah. Silence mean yeah. You need me to stay home? Mommy, you need me to stay home? I said, do you need me to stay home? I'm talking about you. No, I was going to church. No, but I'm asking you, do you need me to stay home? You need to go to the doctor? You sure? Might take you anyway. You acting weird. What time your other people coming? Let me check in with her, see what time she getting here. Let me go find my phone. Uh-oh. All right, gotta get out of here. Gotta take care of the mama. The mama, the mama, the mama. Be good to your people. Take care of your people. Peace, love, and joy to you now and always. You are special. Remember that. Bye for now. Bye.